We are live, my friends. I have found us on the stream, and if you have a chance to stream, to share to your feeds, please do.
To everyone else out there watching, welcome. Welcome to the ViTra Academy opening circle. My name is Alecia Sacred Heart. I am one of the directors of ViTra Academy, along with Amanda Sage. Here we are. The day has come, 2/2/2022, that we have been working and dreaming for, and we are here to share with you the grand opening of our newest baby, ViTra Academy, which is an online visionary art school that we have created to support artists in their journeys through the expansion of their creative expression.
Yes, this is such an honor. It is such a wonderful moment to share in this evolution of this vision seed blossoming into the flower that will continue to bloom into flower, into flower, into flower in this iteration process of creative invocation. This is a dream that has been a long time coming, and it is a response in many ways to an invitation from a community that has been finding each other for many years and many lifetimes. I feel that we have a responsibility of stepping into our creative potential more than ever right now. And on this portal day of 2/2/2/2/2, we are invoking this gathering around the sacred fire of our creative essence, our creative source. And this is something that each of us has a unique voice and a unique way to share. And the more that we share our voices together and listen to each other, the more beautiful and harmonious and peaceful this world will be. So I am so excited to have stepped up to the plate to this opportunity, and thank you, Alecia, for being my co-captain in this journey, and to all of the teachers here now and that are yet to come, and all of the students that are here now and yet to come, and everyone that is just holding the space for the creative potential in all of us.
Yes, thank you. Yes. We created ViTra with a mission to ultimately empower as many artists on the planet as possible. And that's my personal mission. And we've done a really great job of it in the past. And I know that we're going to do a great job moving forward. But it feels really beautiful to be able to bring all of these efforts together in an official, in a sacred vessel, and that's what we're ultimately going to create here today, is opening the creative sacred vessel of this school and the life that it is about to have for itself and for all of us. Yeah, we're gonna fly, Stefan says. That's right. Well, let's dive into it. I'm excited to share, and I know you are too, Amanda. But before we do that, we would love to take a moment to gather with all of you to really open this container and this sacred vessel. So
Wonderful. So in this, let's get comfortable. This is imagine yourself. You can see behind me, there's all these little people sitting around holding hands, and some of them are also sitting in prayer just next to each other. And we are in the circle. We're also here on the vision train for those of you that maybe have not been on the train before or don't know about the train. And here we link our cards together. You know, there are hands. There are hands in our hearts. We link our cards together in this support, in this place of gathering our visions and our intentions and amplifying them. We're here to listen to each other and to listen to our own hearts. So Alecia, would you like to get us started? Maybe also grab if you have a candle, and if you don't have a candle to light, you can also light the candle in your heart.
yes, so we'll take a moment for everyone to gather their sacred flames.
And I'd also like to invite everyone that is in the Zoom right now to also go to gallery view. So you're not just looking at the speaker view, so you can also see everyone that's here. There's a beautiful collective that is showing up for this. Thank you, everyone. It is so beautiful to see.
And while we're looking in gallery view, you guys, if you would like to, we invite you to raise your hands and towards the outside of your screen, and have us all join in this circle and take a few deep breaths together while we create this space. So grounded into our seats, really feel how your seat bones connect with the earth. And please release all of your air and prepare for a nice deep inhale together. And we'll take 3 breaths together. Exhale. Deep inhale. And another inhale. And exhale. Last inhale. And exhale. We take a moment to look at our candle or turn our eyes inward and focus on the flame inside our own heart. The endless, burning, creative potential of all of life exists within each of you, within all of us. And maybe if you feel called to sage your space, you can light a piece of sage or a sacred plant of your choice. as we hold hands in this circle that encompasses the entire planet and all space and all time. We call in the directions of the winds of the east and the winds of the south and the winds of the west and the northern winds.
We acknowledge the elements of earth, of fire, of wind, and of water, and of the ether that sustains us and nourishes us and gives us life. We remember and we call on the ancestors, 7 generations behind us, and even further to the very beginning of all of our lines and of all of time. We acknowledge the artists. We acknowledge the sages, the wisdom keepers, and those that have carried the lineage and the stories and passed it down through all of the generations to now. We remember the artists that have paved the way, have forged the path, and have shared their skills and their transmission. I want to call on the masters of all the art forms, of all the continents, and specifically remember one of my mentors, Ernst Fuchs, and his vision of creating a school that would be a place of sharing the old masters' techniques and coming together in community to support each other. And I also want to remember many of the women and the surrealists and those that have continued to forge the path forward in opening space and all genders, no matter how you identify, for there to be freedom in the voice and for the individual and the collective to be supported and given a platform to share. And for all the art directions, all of the art genres, they are all embraced, all of our expressions and all of our ways.
And I would like to call in my guides, Venus and Mary Magdalene, my brilliantly creative grandmothers, Joan Virginia McMahon Harris and Clarabelle Jamie DeWeese McLean, my Aunt Sherry Lynn Harris, who was like a second mother to me, and my beloved friend and mentor, Maureen Rose, whose pashmina I'm wearing right now to keep her with me in this moment. And I'd also like to say a prayer for the 7 generations ahead of us and beyond, our beautiful children that run around us today, their children, their children's children. And I would also like to call in the muse, the mama muse, who is the driving force behind all creative life on this planet. Thank you. We're connected virtually now, but there's a greater web available to us beyond the interwebs or physical contact, and that breaks the barriers of all time and space and transcends all boundaries of judgment. And that is the place that the muse resides, in the place of limitless love and gratitude. So it's super special to come together on this awesome day of 2/22/2022 to set these beautiful intentions and to open this container that it is my prayer will support so many of you that are here on this call today, and those of you that are out there watching right now, and those of you that may be watching the playback at any point in time in the future. We're doing all of this ultimately for you and in service to the muse and in service to love.
And with that, let's take 3 breaths and drop in and invite the muse to dance with us and move with us in this journey forward. And then we'll ask Rule to play a song for us so that we can drop even deeper. So close your eyes and take a deep breath in, welcoming all that is to come. And as you exhale, release any tension and any fears for your own vibrant self to shine. Breathe in again. And exhale. And breathe in again. And exhale. It's an honor to be in this circle with you. And Rule when you're ready.
While Rule plays, if you are interested in grabbing a notebook and a pencil and writing an intention or a prayer that you would like to cast in this moment, or we invite you to write it in the chat box here to share for everyone to witness. It's up to you how you wish to express that. Thank you, Rule. Thank you so much, Rule. I love you. So many beautiful intentions shared here in the Zoom call chat. And I also see on the live feed. It's so beautiful. And thank you all for sharing your intentions and your prayers. So many beautiful ones. I want to read some. I am devoted to showing up for myself and community as I elevate my skills to articulate artworks that serve as portals of healing and higher consciousness I am here to create. Thank you, Selena. And one from the live stream that really touched me was, may every dark place in the hearts of humankind be filled with love and light. May we truly be one for the good of all. Thank you, Carol.
Such an upwelling of gratitude during this portal of coming together, the two. I feel like I see the other and I see myself. And this gathering is something that has been a long time coming, and it's an evolution of many beautiful moments and connections and prayers. And it's going to continue on in this way as well. And to have a moment to remember each other and to come together is so powerful. So everyone, I really thank you for tuning into this moment. And no matter what your role is in this, whether you be jumping in to participate as a student in this first semester, or if you're a teacher, or if you are a teacher that will be participating with us eventually, or a student, or somebody just witnessing and grateful for the fact that this art and that artists, because all of us are artists, are becoming more attentive to the fact that our voices are important and that we need to share them, and we also need to listen and witness them. And these are artifacts that we are creating for future generations. So thank you for the multi-dimensional support that is here. And while Rule is here, I just want to thank you too so much for all of your support in the development of this project. You've seen it coming into being for a long time. So thank you.
Yeah, Rule has been a solid ally in at pretty much every step of the way, counseling us for over a year on this project. And also, Rule has a beautiful guided journey, a shamanic journey that he's offering with us next week on March 2nd. And you can find more information about that on our website, www.ViTra.academy.
Yes.
Thank you, Rule.
So now we're going to move into the next segment where we're going to give a little bit of history and how this came to be, and then move into sharing, asking the different teachers to share some words of what they have planned for us, and just to get a sense of this collective here. So I'm going to share my screen, and here we go. So here we are in the opening circle on this auspicious day, here to gather yet again around the round blanket, around the sacred fire, and here to welcome in this birth of a vision. It is the ViTra Academy, and it is born out of the vision train and the visionary community. ViTra is an evolution of a golden thread of artist guilds, carrying a legacy of transmission by practicing masters to curious students. Conceived through a radical global shift, it is a response to the call for a container of creative independent education and exchange. ViTra carries many meanings in different languages, though in essence, it is wisdom, knowledge, and points towards the way of the sage. At ViTra, we view the arts as sacred, relevant, and critical to our lives. We honor tradition while embracing creative innovation as vehicles for human evolution and global transformation. And I wanted to give a little background of how we got here. How did I get here? Well, my name is Amanda Sage, and I had the beautiful opportunity as a young person. Here I am on the left. I was, I think, probably 19 years old. And I had the invitation to study with the great artist, Michael Fuchs, in his studio in Klosterneuburg, Austria. And we did a bit of an experiment like the old masters, where he would show me everything that he knew, and I would support him by helping him with what he did. And he introduced me to his father, Ernst Fuchs, and I had the opportunity to then work with him for 10 years on many different projects all over the world. And this is me painting in the Apocalypse Chapel in Austria. And this is Ernst Fuchs on the left. He left us some years ago, about 7 years ago. And this is his son, Michael Fuchs, on the other side of me. And they represent humans that believed in me and passed their legacy on. And I feel a responsibility through not just continuing to create, but also to pass on what was given to me. And through working with Ernst Fuchs and with working with Michael Fuchs, I had the opportunity to meet many other wonderful colleagues and friends. And one of them was Lawrence Caruana. And this is Lawrence smiling right here in the middle. And he started the Visions in the Mish Technique seminar in Italy in 2009. And it is still going. I think there's one coming up this July. And this is where so many of us have come together and gathered, and Andrew Gonzalez here as well. We met each other in 1999, painting in the Apocalypse Chapel. And coming together in this kind of transmission through a great master, really seeded in us this desire to continue to share the work. And coming together in a collective like this was so powerful, because we realized that it's not just about the canvases and the work that we're creating, it's about the magic of the art of community. And we have Carrie Ann Bada is here as well, and she's a part of our founding faculty, and very happy to have her here, and Timea Talian, and many amazing teachers and artists. And of course, the practical transmission of watching an artist paint, I found that this was one of the most powerful ways that I learned studying with Ernst Fuchs. And here I am giving a demonstration at Torre Superiore to this wonderful circle of friends. And out of the seminar in Italy, the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art was born. Thanks to Lawrence Caruana and Florence Maynard, they both took up the torch and created the space that had became an incredible incubator for so many of us. And there are quite a few of us that are here on the train and that we know each other because of the Vienna Academy. We have some of our founding faculty here of Stefan Lucas and Kevin Kempo. And it's a real blessing that we had this container to gather and to meet each other and deepen our relationships. 7 years, the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art was active with a full program. So much. It was a lot of work, and I really want to commend you and thank you, Lawrence and Florence, for all that you did. And with COVID, with the pandemic, they were really forced in many ways to make the decision to shut down the Academy in Vienna. And through that, we rose to the occasion and took things online, and that rippling to this time now. But it wasn't just the Academy in Vienna. It also, over the past decade, I've spent time kind of like I see myself as a bit of a little butterfly, lighting on different flowers and different parts of the planet, and gathering our visionary community to come together and create together. And one of those places is the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors in New York. This is Alex Gray and Allison Gray's visionary station. And the train goes right by there. You can hear its whistle. And the Entheon Museum will be opening soon. And this is a place of great integration, connection, and it will continue to be. And I so look forward to going back here and ViTra coming to visit Cosm, and as we continue to connect the great web. We also went to Costa Rica and to the eco permaculture village of Punta Mona to create in the jungle. And this is where also so many of us came together and dropped even deeper into our prayer and our painting prayer. And also in Los Angeles, there have been quite a few gatherings there. And this in Costa Rica were some of the last in-person gatherings. And this is also where Alecia came to assist me. And we've been building our relationship and our connection ever since meeting at the Academy in Vienna. And, it's that call, and it's that call that comes from within that we find each other, that to rise to the occasion of what is it that is needed from us now in service. And so we look forward to gathering again in this way. And for now, the ViTra Academy is going to be online, but we see the weaving of the web as something that's going to be very vast. And I know that castles have been invoked too, So where are all the places that we will land? And to remember the circle, because we're gathering here in a circle, in a virtual circle today. This is a way that we started every semester at the Academy in Vienna, and is such a powerful way to remember that we're all teachers and students, and that everyone has a gift to give. And to this container, these schools are really the blossom of what I had wished I had found when I was a young person. And so it's wonderful to be able to usher and welcome other young and old spirits into this space to continue to grow. And the Vision Train is the space that started as a response out of the pandemic, and is something that many people have heard me speak of and talk about for quite a long time. And it's a metaphor, and it's a vision that's coming. The peace train is still coming, and we're on it. And I feel like the artists are a big part of the responsibility in creating it. And so we started the Nonstop Vision Train Global Art Jam on March 24th, and it's been a place for many of us to gather. There have been thousands of artists and visionaries, and those that are inspired by this vision have participated on the train. And we're just still getting started. Our 2-year anniversary is coming up soon, and it's beautiful that some of our teachers in ViTra have also become part of this collective and this project through the Vision Train. Lisette Murphy and Anya Amador and also Megan May, and there's so many wonderful connections that we've made here that were already seated in person, but many have yet to be hugged in the flesh, and I look forward to that time. And so through this, we also jumped to the call to action to support the Vienna Academy in shutting down its physical space. And so Alecia and I stepped up and called out to many of the teachers that had taught at the Vienna Academy and asked if they would teach a fundraiser workshop series with us. And this is where we started to get our training wheels going, to figure out, how did this work to do to teach online? I have no idea. I thought of it for many times before, but did I really know what I was doing? No. But do I know when I step in front of a white canvas what I'm doing? I have some senses, and I have some tools in my basket, but it's really about jumping in and being curious and really going for it, and knowing that you have gold to give and share and facilitate. And so this is really what happened here. And this was a beautiful way for the community to also support the transition of the Academy in Vienna. And so we also took on teaching a full seminar that went for 6 weeks, or it was about 5 weeks, but it was intense. And I know quite a few of you that were here were also there with us. And it was a wild ride. I think 160 of us showed up for this. And it was a way to really drop deeper into our technique and into our vision, and just take it even further. What is this time of transformation? And we had guest lectures from Timea Talian and Joe Bob Merritt. And it was also a fundraiser for the Vienna Academy. And so we went on and did another seminar that was reflections focused on visionary portraiture. That was a fantastic experience. And out of that, we saw that there was a real need for foundational training. And so we got in touch with our friend Stefan Lucas, and he taught 2 different segments of workshops, of getting together and working really on foundational basics and landscapes and drawing and painting. And he's about to start his 3rd edition of Grounded Visions, which is really exciting. And Alecia supported also many other artists in teaching workshops. And Tony Taylor is an amazing artist with a very fascinating process. And she also led a workshop called Awakening to Your Spirit Totems. Itty Anderson was also a teacher at the Vienna Academy, and he was interested in teaching online perspective and composition. And Christina Lazar, who is also an artist working in the Mish technique and a vision trained conductor, and she will also be teaching or offering a lecture for the first semester, for the first term of the ViTra Academy. And in 2021, we supported my teacher, Michael Fuchs, in his first online teaching experience. And it was beautiful to offer 2 different seminars, which became deep transmissions of him in his studio, the stream consciousness of flow. And it was a really nice opportunity to be able to bring this full circle to what he had given me to be able to support him in this teaching online. And, none of this would have happened. None of this would have, something else would have happened, that's for sure. But without my dear friend, Alecia Sacred Heart, stepping up in the way that she has with all of her heart and her passion and her desire and support for community and for really evoking the art spirit. This wouldn't have come to be. So it's been a blessing that we've been able to spend some time in person together and also go through all the motions to the formation of the ViTra Academy. And if you've been in some classes with her, you'll remember the smiling face, and so gracious and so supportive to everyone present. And so Alicia's soul came blazing into this body with a desire to be joyful, to share love and be creative. She, once a professional singer, she is also a visionary artist who studied at the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art, as well as an assistant to the school. She comes from a background in classical music and theater, and she is currently the project director of the Vision Train and co-creator of the ViTra Academy. Her passions are painting prayers, activism through art, and supporting fellow artists to realize their great importance in the world today.
Thank you, Amanda. Yes. My soul came blazing in with the desire to be joyful. I love that. And really, Yasmin Duru has been an absolutely priceless asset to our team as well. Yasmin Duru is a queer, non-binary, multicultural, and transdisciplinary artist based in Vienna. They are fascinated by light, sound, and the immersive interactive, as well as a wide variety of social and environmental issues. Yasmin additionally enjoys using mirrors and crystals in their work and is immersed in meditative practices since a very young age. Yasmin was briefly an assistant for the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art cultural space before the Academy shut down. And since then, Yasmin has partnered with Amanda Sage, myself, Stefan Lucas, and Michael Fuchs to assist in various online workshops. We're so grateful to you, Yasmin.
I'm so grateful to all of you as well. Thank you so much for including me in the circle, for being here with everybody. It has been an absolute joy working with Amanda, Alecia, and Stefan, and Michael, and everybody that's here today. I'm usually doing things more behind the scenes, so it's kind of new for me to be in the spotlight. But today is an amazing day. 2022 is already proving to be an immensely powerful year. And I am so happy to be sharing this moment with everyone who is here with us today. Something truly incredible is being birthed here right now. So thank you.
you so much, Yasmin. We love you so much.
Yes, just the beginning.
And truly, we really wouldn't be here without our queen, Amanda Sage. Amanda, thank you so much. We love you so much as well. Amanda Sage is an artist driven to contribute to the development of regenerative culture by using painting as a tool for transformation within the individual and collective. Besides lecturing and teaching transformational painting workshops, her work has been exhibited in galleries, art fairs, museums, and festivals worldwide. Passionate about artistic social experiments, her endeavors are focused toward building, facilitating, and participating in platforms designed to experiment and explore creative solitary activism within community. Thank you so much for leading and lighting the way for so many of us that are here and that are not here, Amanda. I mean, your work has grown to become absolutely invaluable to, I believe, the modern age of art, and specifically within the visionary art genre. And it is truly one of the greatest honors of my life to be in partnership with you and be able to collaborate with you every day. It is such a blessing, and I'm so grateful to you for everything that you stand for and your integrity as a human being, and your impeccable ability to always return back to kindness and fun. And I honor and respect you for that very much.
Thank you, Alecia. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would also love now to take the opportunity to introduce you to our founding faculty. And this is a constellation of people that we have brought together that I fully 100% trust. This is exactly why they are here with us today, is because they are already solid leaders that are reliable and fabulous communicators and loving individuals that I also admire and respect. So I would love to start by introducing to you Anya Amador, a dear friend and sister, and someone that I absolutely cherish. Anya Amador is a professional mural artist and live painter. And when she's not painting live on stage and curating art installations all over at festivals and events, she's sharing her passion for deliberate creation through public speaking. And she's been creating art full time for like 10 years and is passionate about passing the knowledge she has learned along the way to other artists. So Anya will be teaching our first opening course called Thriving Artists, which is a business development course. Welcome, Anya. Is there anything that you would like to share?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I just want to say how grateful I am for this opportunity to be a part of this circle, this first semester, and to get to share my experience as a professional artist with others. The Vision Train has been an amazing platform for me to connect with other artists and realize my own potential, and to now get to take that to the next level with you guys and help bring a bunch of artists with us is so powerful and wonderful. And I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anya. We love you.
Love you.
And next we have opening Grounded Visions 2022 with Stefan Lucas. Stefan is a young artist that has always led an adventurous life. Throughout his childhood in Rochester, New York, Stefan's innate interests in visual art and energetic work were generously recognized and supported by his loving family. Stefan spent 4 years studying and teaching at the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art in Vienna, Austria. And during his time there, his skills were honed to a radical degree. Strong bonds were formed to a global community of visionaries, and many seeds were planted that are currently in bloom. Welcome, Stefan. We're so glad to have you.
Hello.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Welcome, my lord.
It's such a joy to be here. Holy moly. Wow. It feels like another opening circle.
It is.
And yeah, it's just wild. It's kind of taken me for a blast to the past. And yeah, I'm super stoked. We're gonna basically get into some integral internal programming to enable us to bring our dreams to reality. That's like the whole idea of my class. And every time I teach this class, I teach it completely differently and kind of add in the continued studying that I do on the side and the continued researching. And yeah, I just want to share with you guys the best programs so that we can really bring this dream to the physical. So many thanks and
Yes.
love.
Thank you, Stefan. We love you.
You too.
Thank you so much for being you.
Yeah.
In beautiful ways. Then on our third Saturday, we will start a very unique course I'm super excited to share with you from Lisette Murphy. Lisette Murphy is a second-generation visionary artist and advanced stage cancer survivor living and working in the Pacific Northwest. She is a contributing member of the Vision Train, is a founder and host of the Art of Dying Creative Death Cafe, and regularly offers workshops, talks, and courses in experimental animation, new media, and creative gamification. Lisette holds a BFA from the School of Museum of Fine Arts in Boston and an MA in film and animation. And welcome, Lisette. Lisette is teaching a course called Profound, which is Foundations of Procreate. You know, how to create dazzling digital animations and illustrations. Welcome, Lisette.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm really excited to have so many friends around me and maybe be introduced to many of you for the first time. I'm a highly experimental artist who's always looking for new ways to give voice to my visions and new ways to heal and be healed through the creative practice. My career has co-evolved alongside digital media. So if you are an artist who has maybe at times felt challenged keeping up with technology, pursuing applications for digital design and digital illustration and motion graphics and photo editing and all of the things, I really feel you. And that's why I created Profound, so that we could focus on one application that really takes care of so much heavy lifting for us, to really get free and to play. I love creative play, and in my personal practice, I like putting as many tools at my fingertips as possible to be able to dynamically usher the creative flow through. And that's what I really hope to empower in you through this course. I'm so excited to see what happens with your abundant creative flow and Procreate and Profound with me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Lisette. You know, as we were preparing for this term, I really wanted a digital offering, and we have always done traditional technical courses. And so I'm really excited to be able to expand our offering into digital animation and illustration with you. Thank you so much, Lisette. Then our last weekend warrior workshop is with Crystallize. Crystal Marie Smith, otherwise known as Crystallize, is a visionary artist who harnesses the power of art as a vehicle for professional and for personal and collective transformation. Painting cosmic maps into the interconnected nature of existence, her artwork navigates the way between heart, mind, and spirit. Crystal graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison with a BFA in 2007, and she's currently based in Milwaukee and has exhibited at galleries in Wisconsin, California, Colorado, and Arizona, and her work can be found in private collections across the US. Welcome, Crystallize, and thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. I just want to express what a profound honor it is to be a part of this brilliant worldwide collective of artists, dreamers, visionaries, evolutionaries. I truly believe in the power of art to help to uplift and evolve the way that we can all relate and express and create the world that we desire. And through my own artistic journey, I have come to an awareness and of the power of sacred geometry, looking into the patterns of nature as a guide to really understand how everything in life that we perceive is related and interconnected. And so my creative journey with sacred geometry has also led me to this expansive realm of the intuitive flow that is sort of like the undercurrent behind things. And one of the biggest practices in my art is finding the way that I can balance this structural aspect of the creative process and an intuitive aspect of painting to really create the synergistic expression that is at the heart of the creative process itself. And so the course that I'm going to be offering is essentially to help artists to create more balance in their work, to find ways to break out of our creative blocks and to create in new ways and to really cultivate an enriched approach to bringing our dreams to life, to expressing ourselves in the world. And I'm super passionate about building community and bridging the connection of these beautiful artists across the world. So I'm super excited to share some of the tools and techniques that I've kind of accumulated in my tool belt through my artistic process and to share those with this class and beyond, and to continue to weave this beautiful community of artists together. It is such a joy to be here, and I'm so excited to see where this goes and as it grows and expands across the world. So thank you so much for having me, and I'm super excited to share this journey with you all.
Me too. Thank you so much, Crystallize. Yeah, and I really honor and appreciate how much love and care you're putting into this course for your students. And I know it's going to be something really special.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we have on March 2nd, Rule Krabe, who began his shamanic training in 1995 when he was 17 years old and has been practicing under the guidance of traditional and Western teachers ever since. Rule has been teaching since 2003 and has trained thousands of people in shamanic work, ceremony, and healing modalities that are dedicated to the well-being of ourselves and the planet, and life from a deeper connection to the dimension of our soul. His work with healing songs, which are often only sung once, has become an integral part of his teaching and healing work and will be a part of his ceremonies for ViTra. Rule also has been captivated by Indigenous art and the creative process. He completed his master's degree in fine art in Brussels and has been focusing on painting the visions he receives during dreams and his shamanic work. Welcome and thank you again, Rule.
Hi, welcome everyone. No, that's not what I should say. Well, actually, this is what I should say. I'm feeling very honored to be part of ViTra. I feel very blessed to have a lot of artist friends in my life. Becoming part of Amanda's teachings and later the Vision Train has definitely changed my life for the better. Just learning so much about art, about vision. And so when you guys asked me to hold some ceremonial workshops, I feel truly blessed. I'm very fascinated by this intelligence that streams through us And so the core of my practice is listening. Like, how can I listen more deeply and become a vessel for these prayers or these visions that can help us? And I feel very excited about this new school, this new project. I've seen Amanda and Alecia create amazing things. So just seeing all the teachers here, all the people that are presenting, makes me want to say welcome everyone in ViTra. I'm very sure you will have a beautiful journey, and I feel privileged to be a little part in that experience.
Thank you so much, Rule. You're a bigger part than you realize, I think. Thank you so much. And then at the end of March, we'll be welcoming Christina Lazar, who is one of our brilliant conductors on the Vision Train. She hosts Mythology Cafe, which has been pretty much the longest ongoing offering on the Vision Train. And Christina Lazar is a visionary artist, primarily working in oil paint and drawing. She's a Mish technique lineage holder, a mixture of oil and egg tempera, hailing from the Dutch Renaissance and revolutionized by modern master Ernst Fuchs. Utilizing this transformative style, she has learned from the visionary Bridget Marlin. Her current body of work explores a hybrid of Mish and alla prima to create the hyper-realistic sacred art she calls pop shamanism. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, she completed her BFA at Carnegie Mellon University in 2004 and her MFA graduate degree in 2011 at the San Francisco Art Institute New Genres Department. Welcome, Christina. She will be offering a lecture for us March 23rd. So glad to have you, Christina.
So great to be here. Thank you. This is so incredible, and what a just amazing group to be a part of. So thank you so much for having me. And yeah, so just Mythology Cafe has been was weekly, is now monthly, pretty much since April of 2020, which is crazy. So we're going to be taking the idea of mythology and how can we apply that not only to our personal practice as artists, but also just, like mythology has this tendency to be something we think of that's from the past. But myth is actually a living, breathing entity that we continually participate in every moment of our lives. And so we're going to be talking in that lecture about what is our personal mythos, how do we use symbols intuitively already as a part of our practice, and how can we become masters of the vocabulary of symbolism to really bring our visions to life in a new and integrated way. So I hope you'll join me. It'll be March 23rd, right? So very excited for that. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be a part of this.
Thank you so much, Christina. I cannot wait. And I know, you guys would not believe the presentations that Christina has put together, like every Saturday for like almost 2 years that she did. And so I was like, when we knew we were going to be offering lectures, I was like, okay, we have to ask Christina because she's just a queen and a master at it. And so, yes, I am so proud to have you on board with us, Christina. Thank you so much. Then the next guided journey that we will be offering is from Kempo, my dear friend Kevin Kempo. Kevin was born in Alberta, Canada, and he spent his childhood living on an experimental farm in the northern prairies, where he came to discover a passion for drawing and writing, inspired mostly by his love for reading and his states of play. After finishing school, he moved to Edmonton, Alberta to attend art college, and then moved to Alberta's Rocky Mountains, seeking adventure, new experiences, and a new landscape. It was here that he was overtaken by a sudden illness, which left him nearly completely paralyzed. Catalyzed by his experience, he began to focus reflectively into his creative process while seeking methods for spiritual inner healing. He took up meditation, which led him deeper into the practices of inner journeying, drawing, and writing. And in the summer of 2012, he attended the Visions of the Mish Technique seminar in Italy, which led to him attending the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art from its inception. And Kevin was the first graduate of its 3-year program in June of 2016. And he later went on to become a valuable instructor for the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art. And we are so honored to have him join us as well. Welcome, Kevin, and thank you.
Hi,
Hi.
thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy about all this. It's about time, we need something like this right now. And I think we've been through a lot the past couple of years. Time to come out of our little shells, kind of connect through the interwebs at this point, but hopefully one day we can get to where there's some physical academy spaces going on too. I can see that. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the session that I'm going to be leading. So I wrote something, don't mind me, I'm going to read. So the session I'll be leading during the first term for the Academy is an introduction to inner journeying, using the trifold approach and combining this approach with the creation of one's own alchemical memory palace within the imagination. So the trifold approach to inner journeying is a 3-step process, which includes visualization and using your other inner senses to travel within your own imaginal spaces. So with that, you can learn to perceive, recognize, and decrypt your own personal symbolic language as you intuit the meanings of the things that you encounter in those spaces. You can also use inner journeying as part of the basis of dialoguing with spiritual guides. So as we journey, I'll have you meet your own personal spiritual guide or guides, and then arrive to your own foundational alchemical memory palace located within your imagination. With your guide, you'll begin to explore and get to know your memory palace, like how it looks, how it feels, and start to discover some of the potentials that can be located inside of it. The idea of creating a memory palace for storing and recalling units of information is not new. Techniques for doing this have been around for literally thousands of years. Although that's the case, using spatial memory like this is not at all common during this day and age for most people. So developing the capacity to engage with it effectively is time intensive, and time is often treated as our most valuable personal commodity. However, if you have the patience to try this out, to explore the depths of your imagination, with dedication, this technique can become an invaluable asset and resource towards fortifying your creative imagination. So with it, and in conjunction with inner journeying and its aspect of creative writing and record keeping, you can train your inner senses to perceive and sustain holding inner spaces, mental objects and forms, and other sensual impressions in your memory with relative clarity. In this case, rather than using the technique to simply recall basic ideas, everyday things, I'm introducing it as a way of interfacing more directly with your creative and spiritual intuition as a kind of psychic hub and relay. So your alchemical memory palace can be something like a nest, a sanctuary, an inner home for you to constantly return to and transform within. So it can be a storehouse of spiritual realizations and contemplations. It can be a central point of distribution of your intentional and creative imaginal activities, a fount of creativity. So the session is going to be essentially a beginner's guide, a basic how-to. I'm going to make it as easy to understand as possible as we go along. And so don't feel overwhelmed if these kinds of ideas or approaches are totally new to you. As long as you have an imagination and a will, you're good to go. So I hope to see you there. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Kevin's offering will be on the second new moon in March, which I believe is March 31st. And yeah, thank you so much for that beautiful explanation. I think it's very appreciated, Kevin. So glad that you're with us. And the next person I would love to introduce to you is Roland Tiller. Roland was born in 1970 in Klosterneuburg, Austria. He grew up in Munich and Vienna, and through his encounter with the painters Erich Brauer in the 1980s and Professor Ernst Fuchs, his desire was confirmed to dive deeper into the world of color. In the 1990s, Roland studied painting with in the Netherlands with Liane Collot de Herbois. She further developed the color knowledge of J.W. von Goethe and Rudolf Steiner into a deeper spiritual understanding and practical use in painting. Since then, he works as a freelance visual artist, lecturer, and international seminar instructor for painting. He also founded the Light, Color, Darkness Academy, an international online academy for healing painting. It is an honor and a pleasure to have you with us, Roland. Welcome.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Super. Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm Roland. First of all, congratulations on the opening of the ViTra Academy.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for the invitation to join you, Alecia, Amanda, and all the others. It's a wonderful evening. It's amazing, and I don't know what I can say now anymore. Maybe that what in my lecture and seminars, I convey the work of according to light, color, and darkness, as you told. And this is so amazing if you go back to the basic. What you have as a painter, of course, color. But what makes the color visible is light. And where does the color comes from? It doesn't come from the light. The light makes it visible. And this connection, there you can find the trinity of body, soul, and mind, or thinking, feeling, and willing. And this I try to give in my courses to the students in different ways and standpoints to the light. And the amazing thing is that we can find behind the color an objective language. And yeah, this is a nutshell from the background of this working method. So thanks for your attention.
Thank you so much, Roland. Roland has so much to share around this that I think is something that many of us have been thirsty for in like understanding the spirit of color. And so I'm really looking forward to the wisdom that you'll be sharing with us and how that may land for many of us. Thank you so much, Roland.
Yes, it's been a long time coming. I just wanted to pipe in here real quick because Roland and I have known each other for many years through Vienna. And as some of you know, I also went through the Waldorf school system with that was designed by Rudolf Steiner. And I feel that the connection and the linking of our train cars in this way is a really beautiful thing. And I really look forward to your lecture and also the continued workshops and seminars that will come from this. And I've always enjoyed our conversations, and I'm sure everyone else here will too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roland. Then next, I am so excited and I'm thrilled to introduce to you my dear friend, Megan Joy May. Megan Joy May is a multimedia artist and feminine wellness coach. Her work celebrates the body as an intersection of the cultural, physical, psychic, energetic, spiritual, and ancestral. Personal ritual connection to the unseen realms and in-depth research of science and mystery inform and inspire her art making and coaching practice. Often putting her own body and experience at the heart of her work, May utilizes psychologically engaging tools like meditation, embodied awareness techniques, sacred feminine and earth-based spirituality, and the imagination to express the embodied facets of human potential. Welcome, Megan, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. I hope my connection holds out strong. I'm coming in with Venus, zooming in behind me. It's so expansive to be here in this cohort, in this community. And I was constellating or remembering in the beginning when Amanda was sharing that Alecia introduced me to the Vienna school when we lived in Humboldt together. And I remember her telling me about this specific method of art application, of paint application that she was doing. She was traveling all the way to Vienna to do it. And I remember thinking like, wow, that would be really cool to like tap into at some point someday. And it just so happens that this is how it is happening, that I'm starting to be a part of this community, is that I get to lead a guided journey around the same time as Amanda's opening as well. And so it's going to be at this time of the eclipse, and we're going to speak into that, these astrological cycles, just like today has this astrological momentum to it. And I really have a deep practice right now of basing everything in the body, that the frontier of the current consciousness and spiritual awakening is coming back into our bodies. Feminism's frontier is coming back into the body and remembering and relearning, and then also applying things that we're kind of understanding maybe even for the first time, especially in the West, as Westerners, learning about reconnecting to the body as a vessel, as a vehicle for reconnecting to ancient past, future past, other celestial cosmic bodies. And I'm really deeply walking with the sacred feminine and healing aspects of that relationship through Mary Magdalene and Venusian codes and Isis right now as well too. So that's all something that I'm vibrating with and carrying into this cohort. And I'm really blown away and inspired by listening to everybody excitedly and humbly speak about the trajectory of their path so far, and all of the medicine and skill and insight and brilliance that you're carrying. It's so exciting to be a part of this, and I feel like I'm meeting everybody for the first time, because I'm haven't been walking with the school for very long. So just really really expanded, really humbled, very honored, and I am, yeah, this is really great, and really celebrating the work that has been put in by Alecia and Amanda to bring this forward. Something like this it's no small feat, it's no small task, and it's really is what we need. We need to commune and incorporate and build together. So we get to no longer speak. I feel like I'm gonna like be able to not speak into the void any longer, especially after this big 2 years of solitude and silence, but just come out into this really brilliant container. So thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Megan. It's so special to, bring our 10-year friendship into this container and get to collaborate in this way. So I'm really, really excited to, introduce you to this community and this community to you. So thank you so much. Next, I would love to introduce to you Carrie Ann Bada, the brilliant Carrie Ann Bada. Born in 1974 in Louisiana, Carrie Ann is a contemporary painter whose work quotes from quotes for, so sorry. Whoa, let me give that a shot again. Sorry, Carrie. Carrie Ann is a contemporary painter whose work quotes from, interacts with, and deeply relates to art history. She paints in dialogue with relevant masterpieces in order to reclaim them in a surreal narrative that is simultaneously biographical. Bada received her MFA from University of Delaware and her BFA from the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. And she studied at the Florence Academy of Art in Italy. Her work is exhibited in museums and galleries nationally and internationally. Raised on the Front Range in Colorado, she lives and works in Northern California, where she is a professor of painting and drawing at Florida State University. Welcome, Carrie Ann.
Thank you, Alecia, and hopefully my connection will hold up. Yeah, I'm in Northern Florida, which it's spring here and it's pollinating, and it's such an incredible moment. This feels quite historic. Yes, I'm coming from the university, which I can say so much of the moisture, the water, the gifts of connection and giving come to me through the schools flowing through Amanda, through the Fuchs tradition. It's amazing to connect that and ground it in what is contemporary academia. And what I have to offer will flow back to you. So I came from a time when I was told at the Art Institute of Chicago that art was dead and painting was dead. And we are alive and well. It is living within each and every one of you. This, as well as the university, the school is not its buildings, it's not its walls. It lives within each of us. So these transmissions are just so profound. And I'm going to try and attend as much as I can of the offerings that are coming through, because education should never end. We should all be lifelong learners. And it's humbling to ever be in a position where someone calls you an expert, because that's like being damned. You don't want to be an expert. You want to be in the beginner's mind and constantly be open to the opportunities to learn and be pervious to each other. So I will be offering a lecture that was developed as a response from David and Alecia and many other professional artist friends of mine. Why do people keep using these images? Don't they realize that living artists are using these images, or that they're under copyright? And so as a response to hearing this cry, this outrage of when is it appropriate to use an image and when is it not, I created a lecture, Pirates, Liars, and Thieves, Appropriation, Use, Copyright. Good artists borrow, great artists steal. This lecture addresses the ethics about the Promethean necessity of stealing from the masters and igniting new generations of makers and thinkers. Topics covered include the ins and outs of plagiarism, appropriation, the historical high dollar cases where artists have been busted for violating the rules. What I can tell you is at the end of this lecture, it will not be more clear. It will be mud, but it's really beautiful mud. So it's such a pleasure to be here. And I want to close what I'm saying with something from Joseph Beuys. I was directed to some of the ideas in Joseph Beuys through Alex Gray. And I think art is the only political power, the only revolutionary power, the only evolutionary power, the only power to free humankind from all repression. So this is the real capital of society, is our human creativity. And so you are in a potent time. May you be able to submit to all of this incredible opportunity and learning and unlock your creative potential to its highest level for its greatest good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carrie Ann. And thank you for keeping us tapped into the multiverse to the multi-dimensional aspects of art making, and all of your work with the art nuns too is definitely to be commended and applauded and mentioned in this moment as well. And I'm so glad to have you as a confidant and an ally in this journey. You are priceless to me. Thank you so much, Carrie Ann. And we really wouldn't be able to do all of this if it wasn't for the foundation of the next two people that I'm about to introduce you to. And many of you already know them, but for those of you that do not, I would love to introduce to you the directors of the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art, who have also agreed to be founding faculty members with us. And so first, I would love to introduce Florence Maynard. Florence was born in France and received degrees in business management and art history. She co-founded the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art with her husband, Lawrence Caruana, wherein she combined many years of professional experience with a deep appreciation of visionary art. She began painting at 41 and offering inner journeys, which opened up a new world of her artistic self-expression. Her work has also been exhibited internationally. And Florence, I just want to thank you and honor you and thank you for all of the hard work that I witnessed and was privy to you offering for so many years and sacrificing so much of yourself so that we all could learn and have our dreams come true. And I just am so grateful to you and for the leadership that you have displayed, and I'm so grateful that you're joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, Alecia. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. It's just pure magic, incredible. It just reminds me of our opening circles where we had hardly 15 to 20 people, and here we are with like 100 people at once in just one screen. It's just like we're in the future, right? And Lawrence and I are very happy and supportive of the Academy, the ViTra Academy, Vava to ViTra, and that you're taking the torch. And I'm speaking on behalf of Lawrence as well, of course, who can't be here with us tonight, but his heart is here and he just sent me a message. Just 3 words: love to all. So that and without Amanda and Alicia's initiative to create those online workshops back then in 2020, we wouldn't have been able to really put our heads above the water when we closed the academy, because it was very, very intense and we were forced to close. All the students had to go back home and we had to go back home in France. We still have our house there. That's where we live now, and we've been very much asked by through our meditations and through what, after arriving in France, we just feel that we need to be inward right now and do a lot of work inward, and we're really grateful after all to have this time for ourselves, and we're being called very, very strongly by our families right now, very much in need. And so it's very important that we hear that call, and you all know that as well. So there's a time for everything. So I'm super, super grateful to see that happening with Amanda and Alecia, and still being able to be part of it and to support it. So just maybe a couple of words. I suppose you're going to introduce Lawrence afterwards, but he's going to give a lecture. I don't know the subject yet. We'll work it through. And you can see some of his lectures online already on YouTube and he wrote a book called Sacred Codes, very much into the sacred codes of art that need and that are applied to visionary art. And without those codes, we go all over the place, and reviving all the masters is techniques and codes. That's one of our goal, right? That's one of our mission. So that's what he's going to do with you. And on my side, I will lead you on another inner journey after my two teachers, because I learned inner journeying and I journeyed for the first time at the Academy itself with the students, thanks to Kempo, who we asked to lead a journey in one of the first ever classes of the Academy in Vienna in 2013. And suddenly I was like, wait a minute, what is this? You got so many images inside and so many things that you ignore and that you can just discover for yourself with your eyes closed. And this was just like this revelation for me, right? And so I continued journeying, and then I took courses with Roland. He's a very good teacher as well. Thank you guys for being here and for teaching me. And I hope to, in my own way, to lead you inside and see your own world, your own images, and we'll feel it through depending on when it's going to happen. And I know it's going to be on a new moon, and this speaks to me a lot because I've just achieved 4 years of moon dance. I'm a moon dancer in Austria, and I love this, and I work a lot with the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and it speaks a lot to me. Pure healing, and this movement of visionary art is so much needed right now. A lot of people don't even know about it, and just talk to your friends, talk to your family, just show your work and show what you're doing, and just speak from their heart. And that's all we need to do. But it's difficult sometimes. People don't want to hear it. But just go on, keep on doing it, and we'll change the world this way, I'm sure. I hope. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Florence. Thank you so much. You know, while I have you here, we'll go ahead and read Lawrence's biography as well, and speak a little bit about him. And I would, and there's a few other things I would like to say with you as well, Florence. But Lawrence Caruana was born in Toronto, Canada, of Maltese descent. He graduated from the University of Toronto with a degree in philosophy. And to learn classical techniques of painting, he moved to Europe, studying at the Die Akademie der Bildenden Kunst in Vienna. Lawrence became a painting assistant to Ernst Fuchs in 1999 and met Amanda Sage along with many other contemporaries. He started the summer seminar Visions of the Misch Technique in 2009 in Torre Superiore, Italy, and the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art with his wife, Florence, in 2012. He is also an author of several books with a focus on the image language of myth, art, and dreams. His art is highly mythological, exploring the interplay of different cultural symbols and styles. Classical in approach, hieratic in structure, his images vibrate with strong saturated colors. Lawrence, we as a community are so grateful to you for holding the vision of the Vienna Academy of Visionary Art, for creating it, for leading the way for so many artists that have come through those doors, and has been a dream for so many that have not been able to. Your writing is one of the greatest contributions to modern art. I truly believe that. And if you don't have a copy of Sacred Codes, you best get online and grab one for yourself right now. It is a resource that is unlike any other and absolutely priceless in my personal library, quite large library of art books, and Sacred Codes is at the top. And I feel like that is one of Lawrence's great contributions. So thank you so much, Lawrence, for agreeing to offer a lecture with us. And I know it will be brilliant, as everything that you do is. And yes, and Florence, thank you so much. I have to say that in 2016, I approached Florence and I said, you know, I was studying in Vienna at the Academy, and I really wanted to, I wanted to contribute in some way. And I remember coming into Florence's office, and I said, "Let me be a feather in your wing." And so I really want to thank you both for trusting me in that moment and letting me come and assist you and learn so much. And really, you putting that trust and that faith in me is a huge reason why I am doing this today. So thank you so much for believing me and trusting me. And thank you, Amanda, also for believing in me and trusting me. And to everyone that has studied with us, thank you so much for trusting us in helping you in your personal journey of expanding your own personal, unique self-expression that is priceless and so needed in the world today. I'm really grateful for you allowing us to be in this position in your lives. So thank you so much.
I just want to add a little something to that, because this journey has been something I don't think any of us could have expected or predicted, really. But the thread that weaves us is this knowing, this love, and this spark that was given to us. You know, this is something that I think Florence and Lawrence and many of us that worked with Ernst Fuchs, we were given a little spark of something that was of a much broader vision that went beyond, I think, any one of us, and seeded this this initiative to be of service as a community, and then also to really use art as a tool for transformation. And that is something that is constant. And every time that I approach the canvas, every time that I approach an opportunity to speak or to be to guide others, I feel like I am really stepping up to my highest potential and really calling on all of the guides that are present. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life now where I'm ready to stop questioning that and do it, and just do it, you know, and show up in the best way possible. So, and I really witnessed, you know, the Vienna Academy going through and touching hundreds of people from all over the world as a vision that was really something that Ernst Fuchs had dreamt of and never actually got to realize in his lifetime. And so I see what we're doing as a continuation, and it's a connection to the guilds, to the artist guilds of old. And I also want to remember our friends, you know, Aloria and David and Daniel Morante and Autumn Sky Morrison and Alex Gray and Allison Gray and Bridget Marlin and Martina Hoffman and Robert Venosa. And, you know, the tree is very vast. It's branches and its leaves, and, you know, it is a grand family. So for all of you that are out there tuning in, that are just finding this for the first time, you know, welcome, you know, and maybe you know of somebody that that would like to know of us, to like to know of what we have going on. And the Vision Train is where we're streaming from right now. And the train is this place that everyone is welcome to. It's a supportive community, creative space station. And the ViTra Academy is a new track that is growing out of the Vision Train. And it's like a tree that has these branches that are constantly growing. So yeah, big motions and big moments of transformation. And it's a blooming that's blooming within itself over and over again. And I really look forward to also leading a group through a seminar, a 6-week seminar titled Regeneration. Registration is not open for that yet, but it will start April 30th. And that registration will open really soon. If you want to be notified around the updates and things that are coming up, go to ViTra.academy, and you can sign up for our newsletter there to make sure you get information. And we're also going to be doing some giveaways just to share organically about the news of this school opening. And so there will be a seat offered to my course, and also some of the other workshops teachers will be offering giveaways. So please stay tuned to that. And that's a way to also let others know what's going on. And yeah, we have a beautiful little video. Shall
I was just gonna say, we didn't play the video. Let's watch it.
So our friend Lisette Murphy, who's teaching Profound, also put together a little video, promotional video for this term, and I'm sure this is the beginning of many. So I'll share my screen, and here we go. Hi, friend. Amanda here. If you're seeing this video, you've probably studied with me in the past at some point, or you may be interested in expanding your skill sets, upgrading your art skills, and have realized it's not always easy to achieve your aims in the art making process. You may have heard, I have an exciting announcement for you. It's called ViTra Academy, and I've started this together with my friend Alecia Sacred Heart.
Hi friends, I'm Alecia Sacred Heart. It doesn't matter whether or not you're a beginner or a seasoned artist. As the co-director of ViTra Academy, I've been working closely with our instructors to create a curriculum that's going to help take you to the next level.
Opening our first online term on Saturday, February 26th is The Thriving Artist, an art business development course with professional muralist Anya Amador. I wanted to empower you with the tools to meet your personal and financial goals before you even make a single drawing. Speaking of, the following Tuesday on March 1st, we begin Grounded Visions, a weekly drawing course with Stefan Lucas that will progress you from foundational to advanced graphite drawing techniques, covering everything from form and value to landscape and the human figure. March 12th and 19th, we are proud to offer you Profound with award-winning illustrator and animator Lisette Murphy. She designed this course to get you grounded and confident in using the power of Procreate to easily create stunning digital illustrations and animations. Saturday, April 2nd and 9th, we are thrilled to collaborate with visionary art trailblazer Crystallize with the course Structure and Flow, which is all about sacred geometry for the intuitive artist. You will learn fundamental sacred geometric principles, methods of construction, and applied drawing and painting techniques to help you tap into your limitless creative potential. This incredible journey crescendos into Regeneration, a 6-week painting seminar with Amanda Sage. Every Saturday from April 30th through June 4th, we will dig deep into the visions we carry for the world we want to live in and paint an environment with a story that has message. As if that wasn't enough, we've also sprinkled throughout the term lectures from some of our brilliant colleagues like Carrie Ann Bada, Christina Lazar, Roland Tiller, and Lawrence Caruana. In alignment with the new moons, we're offering meditations and inner journeys with the best guides we know, Roland Tiller, Kevin Kempo, Megan Joy May, and Florence Maynard.
With a lineup like that, I'm confident we have something special to guide you in the direction you're ready to take your work. Let's take the next steps together. Find out more about us and register for our courses at www.vitra.academy. This kind of art and this kind of work that we're aiming to achieve together is something that's grander than any one of us, but we need all of us. So I would love to invite you to come join us on this journey, and let's see what happens. Trust the process.
Yeah, I love that video. Thank you so much, Lisette. You're brilliant, and I couldn't love that more. Just to have to share with everyone and to document what we're doing here. Thank you so much for stepping in and doing that for us.
Woo woo! Well, I see we're already. I knew it. We said we were going to do it an hour, and it's already 2 hours. But really grateful to everybody that's here and has shown up, and appreciate you holding the prayer with us. And how are we all going to play a part in this? I have a sense, if you're here, you do have a part to play, so I'm really excited to see where we're going to go. And yeah, sky's the limit.
Yes, thank you so much to everyone for coming and commemorating this grand opening with us. It's so special. We still have 100 people here, even though we're like an hour over. And so thank you to all of you that are here on the call with us right now. Thank you to everyone that's out there watching. Thank you to everyone that's watching the replay whenever, wherever you are. We are so grateful to have you with us in this space and to be honoring the beginning of this new online visionary art school, ViTra Academy.
All right, so I think we'll stop the live stream.